It's 5:30, so we'll call to order this meeting for Monday, August 22nd. Jordan, would you start us off with a roll call, please?
Please respond by stating present. Councilmember Ronayne.
Present.
Foberg.
Present.
Liebelt.
Present.
Reif.
Present.
Johnson.
Present.
Reinbold.
Present.
Langer. Norvstrup.
Present.
Mayor Schoeneman.
Present. Please stand with me for the Pledge of Allegiance. First order of business will be to approve this week's agenda. Can I get a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Got a motion from Councilman Liebelt and a second from Councilman Reinbold. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
And opposed, nay. Motion does carry. Next, we've got the approval of last week's minutes for the meetings both August 8th as well as the 15th. Can I get a motion to approve these minutes?
Moved.
Second.
Got a motion from Councilman Johnson and a second from Councilman Ronayne. Does anyone have anything of interest to discuss about these minutes? Any changes or anything? All right, then all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
And opposed, nay. Motion does carry. I didn't see anyone signed up for the open forum, so we'll move along to our consent calendar where we've got 4 items, including a daycare license, a few plats, requests for street use, as well as to accept and recognize minutes and reports from various city entities.
Move to approve. Second.
Second.
Got a motion from Councilman Reinbold and a second from Councilman Reif. Does anyone have anything on any of these? All right, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
And opposed, nay. Motion does carry. Next, we've got the old business, one single item. We've got a possible second reading and final adoption of an ordinance labeled 220801, which supplements the 2022 budget for Parks, Rec, and Forestry activity items. Jordan?
There have been no changes since first reading. Staff still recommends approval.
Move to approve. Second.
Got a motion from Councilman Reif and a second from Councilman Reinbold. Anything from the council before we take our final vote on the second reading on this guy? All right, then, Jordan, would you give us a roll call, please?
Councilmember Ronayne.
Aye.
Foberg.
Aye.
Liebelt.
Aye.
Reif.
Aye.
Johnson.
Aye.
Reinbold.
Aye.
Norvstrup.
Aye.
Mayor Schoeneman.
Aye, motion does carry. Moving along to new business, we've got a public hearing and possible approval of a transfer of a retail on-off sale malt beverage, South Dakota Wine and Retail on-off sale wine and cider license from Apex Events LLC at the Barnett Center to the NSU Athletic Facilities, which is at 1416 South State Street. Anyone to speak on that? All right, then I would take a motion if someone was so inclined.
I'll move to approve it.
Got a motion from Councilman Ronayne and a second from Councilman Norvstrup. Anything from the council on this one before we take our vote? Jordan?
Councilmember Norvstrup.
Aye.
Langer. Or Reinbold.
Aye.
Johnson.
Aye.
Reif.
Aye.
Liebelt.
Aye.
Foberg.
Aye.
Ronayne.
Aye.
Mayor Schoeneman.
Aye, motion does carry. Next, we've got our public hearing and possible approval of a special one-day retail on sale liquor license for the Aberdeen Sertoma Club's Uncorked at Storybook Land event, which will take place on September 8th of 2022 at Wiley Park, and a community event permit for that same event. I don't see anyone here to speak on that, so I would take a motion if someone were inclined.
So
Move to
moved.
approve.
Second.
Got a motion from Councilman Reinbold and a second from Councilwoman Foberg. Anything from the council? Jordan, would you give us a roll call, please?
Councilmember Ronayne.
Aye.
Foberg.
Aye.
Liebelt.
Aye.
Reif. Aye. Johnson.
Aye.
Reinbold.
Aye.
Norvstrup.
Aye.
Mayor Shoneman.
Aye, motion does carry. Next, we've got the possible approval of a change order label number 2 in the amount of $8,344 for additional work by Swanberg Construction on the solids dewatering project at the Water Reclamation Facility. Peggy, are you here to tell us about that?
Well, it's just kind of the cleanup on the dewatering project that we did for our biosolids. So we're getting close to finalizing everything. We're doing punch list and stuff. So these are just some issues that came up during the construction. We had to move a water line, move some lighting and different things, add a couple little extra appurtenances that weren't in the plans and stuff. So
Move to approve the change order.
Second.
I've got a motion from Councilman Johnson, a second from Councilman Ronayne. Any questions for Peggy while she's here? Jordan, would you give us a roll call vote, please?
Councilmember Norvstrup.
Aye.
Reinbold.
Aye.
Johnson.
Aye.
Reif.
Aye.
Liebelt.
Aye.
Foberg.
Aye.
Ronayne.
Aye.
Mayor Shoneman.
Aye. Thank you for joining us.
You're
Motion
welcome.
does carry.
Thanks.
Next, we've got our recommendation to award the bid for the street maintenance concrete repair number 2 project to CWF Masonry and Construction in the amount of $262,213.49, and to authorize the city manager and finance officer to sign those documents after approval by the city attorney. Robin?
This is the second portion. This will be concrete work being done in anticipation of next year's patching and seal coat work. So we'll be working ahead so we can keep ahead of the street department. We won't be in each other's way this way. So it's below engineer's estimate slightly, and it's within reason for our budget. So we recommend approval to CWF.
Move to approve.
Renee, would you take a second on that one? Josh, would you take
Sure.
a second? All right, I've got a motion from Councilman Ronayne and a second from Councilman Reif. Any questions for City Engineer Robin Bob Zine on this one? Jordan?
Councilmember Ronayne.
Aye.
Foberg.
Aye.
Liebelt.
Aye.
Reif.
Aye.
Johnson.
Aye.
Reinbold.
Aye.
Norvstrup.
Aye.
Mayor Shoneman.
Aye, motion does carry. Next, we've got the recommendation to award the bid for Old Highway 281 overlay improvement to Jensen Rock and Sand for $491,657.69, as well as authorize the city manager and finance officer to sign those documents. Robin, what have you got?
Jensen's did this type of project for us 2 years ago. Last year was done by Leans. Both of them were very competitive this year again. Jensen's are slightly above the engineer's estimate, but it's well below the budgeted amount. So we recommend approval to Jensen's in that amount and hope they can get going on this fairly soon.
Move to approve.
Second.
Got a motion from Councilman Johnson, a second from Councilwoman Liebelt. Robin, with this one, this will be the remainder and the final stretch of that 281,
That
old
piece,
281?
yes. Yes.
Gets us all the way to that
Yeah,
intersection.
the only thing we aren't doing is the intersection, and the signals are getting older, and we've got some different plans for that. We don't think it'll be in the same configuration, so we are not doing that intersection of 8th Avenue.
Well, this is north of 8th Avenue?
This will be north of 8th Avenue
Sure.
up to the bypass signals, yes.
Any other questions for the city engineer? Jordan, would you give us a roll call vote, please?
Councilmember Norvstrup.
Aye.
Reinbold.
Aye.
Johnson.
Aye.
Reif.
Aye.
Liebelt.
Aye.
Foberg.
Aye.
Ronayne.
Aye.
Mayor Shoneman.
Aye, motion does carry. Next, we've got the possible approval of a change order number 3 in the amount of $18,289.63, as well as the payment request in the amount of $57,259.04 to CWF Masonry for accessible Quadrant improvement project. Robin, how are those coming along?
This is an annual project for us. We try to get as many of these done. I think if you'll recall, last year I reported that we were close to being done with the non-compliant quadrants. We've still got a few, but we're picking away at them, and we're well under 100, probably closer to 50 left out of 900. So we're doing pretty well. And part of this project takes care of some of the partially compliant stuff. So we will never be totally out of this game. It's something we will end up having to do every year. It may be just a lesser amount as we get further down the road here. This is one of those contracts where we try to spend as much as we can up to the budgeted amount, because we maximize how much we can accomplish and get closer to full compliance on the ADA stuff. So we recommend approval of both the final change order and the final pay estimate.
Move to approve both.
Second.
Got a motion from Councilman Reinbold and a second from Councilman Reif. And just to clarify, I know we'd had this discussion before, the change order is primarily the stretch of sidewalk that leads up to those quadrants in the cases in which those aren't compliant.
That's part of it. And part of this is after we see where we're at budget-wise versus the contract, then we add more of these intersections in to the contract. So we try, like I said, we try to get more done with the budgeted amount of money.
All right. Jordan, would you give us a roll call vote on that change order and payment, please?
Councilmember Ronayne,
Aye.
Fauberg,
Aye.
Liebelt,
Aye.
Reif,
Aye.
Johnson,
Aye.
Reinbold,
Aye.
Norvstrup,
Aye.
Mayor Shoneman.
Aye, motion does carry. Next, we've got the possible approval of a payment request number one, amount of $108,136.48 to B&B Contracting for the Klein Street Storm Sewer Project. Robin, how's that one coming?
They are just getting started on that project now with the actual project portion. Before, it was the minor things like tree removals and things like that that they could do without disturbing the pavement. They didn't want to open things up until they had all the pipe on hand. This is big pipe, 96-inch pipe. So this is large stuff. And this pay estimate pays for the stockpiled materials and tree removal and some traffic control and some mobilization. So you're really not paying for much project at this point. You're paying for the preparatory things.
Move to approve.
Second.
Got a motion from Councilman Johnson and a second from Councilman Ronayne. Anything from the council?
Mr. Mayor,
What have you got?
I was just curious, what part of Klein Street is this? Can you give us an
Oh, this
overview
is
of the whole
actually-
project?
Actually Dakota Street, but
Okay.
it's part of what we call the Klein Street Storm Sewer.
Okay.
So this is actually on South Dakota Street from 15th down past 17th. So this gets you down close to the Moccasin Creek on the south side.
Okay. I was just confused because I was trying to figure out how Moccasin Creek levels had anything to do with Klein Street. So.
Yeah.
I'm with you now.
Okay.
All right, thanks.
Thanks, Councilwoman. Anything else from the council? All right, Jordan, would you give us a roll call vote on that payment then, please?
Councilmember Norvstrup,
Aye.
Reinbold,
Aye.
Johnson,
Aye.
Reif, Liebelt,
Aye.
Fauberg,
Aye.
Ronayne,
Aye.
Mayor Shoneman.
Aye, motion does carry. Next, we've got the possible approval of a change order number one in the amount of $178,270.40, as well as payment request number two for $307,434.68 to Reedy Construction for the North Dakota Street Roadway Improvement Project. Robin?
As I reported last meeting, we're doing the first pour, or had just gotten the first pour done on North Dakota Street. They actually did the second pour today, so the actual mainline paving portion is complete as of tonight. They will be doing all the side street tie-ins, bike paths, sidewalks, things like that over the next 3-4 weeks to finish this up. It's moving along well. The change order is a result of us deciding we'd better do something with the sanitary sewer. We found that it was not in as good a shape as we wanted, so that's the majority of the increase in the contract cost here. We recommend approval to Reedy's.
Move the change order and payment.
Second.
Got a motion from Councilman Ronan and a second from Councilman Reinbold. Any questions for the city engineer on this one? Does Reedy put in that sanitary sewer line themselves, or does that get jobbed out?
They have a sub for that type of work, yes.
And that's
And that was-
completed, I would imagine, since.
Yeah, that was one of the first things we did, yeah.
Jordan, would you give us a roll call vote, please?
Councilmember Ronan,
Aye.
Foberg,
Aye.
Liebelt,
Aye.
Reif,
Aye.
Johnson,
Aye.
Reinbold,
Aye.
Norvstrup,
Aye.
Mayor Shonneman.
Aye, motion does carry. Next, we've got our bills and payroll for this period. We've got bills for August 22nd, and the pay period is from August 14th through the 27th, as well as Social Security, insurance, and all of those sorts of things as well.
Move to approve.
Second.
Got a motion from Councilman Rife and a second from Councilman Ronayne. Anything on any of these bills before we take our vote? Jordan, would you give us our final roll call vote of the evening, please?
Councilmember Norvstrup,
Aye.
Reinbold,
Aye.
Johnson,
Aye.
Reif. Aye. Liebelt,
Aye.
Foberg,
Aye.
Ronan,
Aye.
Mayor Shonneman.
Aye, motion does carry. Does anyone else have anything to contribute before we vote to adjourn this meeting? I would take a motion.
So moved.
Second.
A motion from Councilwoman Foberg and a second from Councilwoman Liebelt. All in favor, please say aye.
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 And opposed, nay. Motion does carry. Thank you all very much.